The diagram that we had earlier represents the short run or the short period, which means that in a short run, a firm has no tendency either to change its level of output, does not want either to increase or decrease its level of output. But over here, we have a diagram that depict the situation of a group equilibrium in the long run. Okay, again, looking at the diagram, what we can see is that yes, this particular diagram is totally different from the earlier one or the earlier situation. But before we begin, let us have a look at the diagram. If I do it like this, okay, this diagram, it is the same as the earlier figure that we've discussed earlier. That is, under this particular diagram, we have this small d as the demand curve of the firm, this big D as the demand curve of the group. Okay, they do intersect each other at point A. Okay, and from the point of intersection, yes, we drop a perpendicular downwards towards the output axis, giving us OQ as the output. I think you can also see this line over here. This is the average cost curve. If you just look at this particular portion, okay, this this particular area, it depicts a firm enjoying supernormal profits. That means producing OQ as output, charging QA or OP as the price. This particular firm has been enjoying a profit equivalent to ABCP. Okay, now we will look. If you look at this particular area, it depicts a situation when a firm or a group in the short run. Okay, now let's have a look at the situation of a group in the long run. What happened? Yes, those firms, they do enjoy in the short run this particular profit equivalent to the area ABCP, maximum profit. Okay, but being a producer might be he is not satisfied with whatever he get this total amount. Okay, maybe he wanted to get some more. Okay, so maybe in order to do that, in order to gain some more, he think like he needed to do something with the price, with his price, because under monopolistic competition you have to remember that each and every firm has absolute control over the price of his product. So this particular firm, in this particular situation, what actually happened was he do try to lower the price of his product with the hope that the other his fellow firms within that particular group won't follow him, they won't react. Okay, so in doing that, earlier, this is his demand curve, this small dd, it is his demand curve. Okay, on lowering the price with the hope that he'll be able to increase the demand, because naturally that is what actually happen. If price fall, the demand will increase, isn't it? Okay, so with that step, with that motive in mind, the firm lower its price, and as such, this demand curve, this early demand curve dd, slides downwards along the demand curve of the industry. Okay, this dd over here, this small dd of which represent the demand curve of a firm, it slides downwards along this demand curve of the group and taking the new name, a new shape by the name of D1, D1. Okay. So when this demand curve slides downwards, okay, taking this new name as D1, D1, this new demand curve D1, D1 that intersects the demand curve of the group at point A1, okay, which means this particular firm is producing OQ1 as output. That means his output has increased. He's been producing more. His demand has increases. Okay. And his price did decrease from QA to Q1A1. Do you get that? Okay. From earlier it was QA, but now through lowering the price with the hope by in order to increase the demand for his goods, okay, what happened was his price falls to Q1 A1. Let's see what happened. On producing OQ1 as output and charging Q1 A1 as his price. Okay, let's have a look whether this firm has is being enjoying supernormal profits or maximum profit as earlier, or is he incurring a loss. And in order to know that, we first have a look at the average cost curve. This is the average cost curve, LAC, that is the long run average cost curve. Okay, this long run average cost curve did touch this demand curve, the intersection point of the two demand curves at point A1. Okay, which means this particular firm, after increasing its output from OQ to OQ1, charging Q1 A1 as the price, his average cost also is Q1 A1. What does that mean? It means the price Q1 A1 is equal to the average cost also Q1 A1, which means under this particular situation, this firm is enjoying only normal profits, which means in the long run, no firms can enjoy supernormal profits, and no firms also can incur a loss, which means further means that in the long run, a firm will be or a group will be in equilibrium when all the firms under it is enjoying only normal profits. So with this is the explanation on the uh, on the Chamberlain's model, on how, when he tried to explain on how a group reaches equilibrium both in the short run as well as in the long run. What we can say is that in the short run, each firm do enjoying supernormal profits, whereas in the long run, what actually happened is that all firms within the group, they are enjoying only normal profits. So with that, I'll stop here. I'll will continue in the next. So thank you.